Hey, this is Barefoot Boris, and you're listening to the Audio Missile Podcast. Stay tuned.
Okay, and we're back. And this week we're talking about a pit bull named Nipsey. You guys like dogs?
Of course.
Yes, I do.
How about dogs that do drugs?
Wait, what?
No.
That's where I draw the line.
No.
I mean, well, Scooby-Doo did weed. Scooby-Dooby Doo.
I think that's the exception.
Is that proven?
All right, so you do like dogs that use drugs. Okay?
A fictional dog, yes.
I mean, Snoopy was on something and shit because
Yeah,
he
he
used to
was.
lay on top of that doghouse and
With Woodstock.
and then he was flying a plane against the
And
red baron.
I've never
and
seen
shit.
I've never
That fool
seen-
was on some heavy fucking
I've never
weed.
seen a black and white beagle either.
Well, that's interesting. But today we're talking about a pit bull named Nipsey. Okay, what happened was police in Detroit, they raided a house.
Okay.
Okay, I guess the guy in the house saw them coming and he threw a bag of crack into his neighbor's yard.
Oh, no.
Okay, and the
Typical
cops
move.
searched the house and they didn't find anything. They were about to leave. But then they heard the dog barking next door, like, you know, and they looked over the fence and they saw a bag that was chewed up and torn. So they were like, oh crap. And they saw the dog looking kind of weird.
Oh.
And they called the Michigan Humane Society
He ate all the crack.
and they showed up immediately and they took the dog in and kept him under watch for 24 hours.
Wow.
And then they released the dog.
So this dog survived.
He was fine. Well, he was last seen blowing a dog in downtown Detroit for some dope.
No. Someone save this dog, please.
Hey, remember to smash up the likes and hit the subscribe button below. You are now listening to the Audio Missile Podcast.
Have you ever been on a plane and then there's like a kid or somebody just screwing around and jerking around and you're trying to take a nap and you just feel like punching the crap out of them?
Hell yeah.
All right, well, I mean, sometimes you could be in the wrong or in the right. I don't know. It depends on the story.
Yes.
But what happened this week? Our friend, first off, we have a guest today. Manny's our guest, and he's going to help us out today because Cordell's out of town. So, Manny, tell us what's going on.
So another peculiar story. To recline or not to recline, that is the question. So check this out. Because sometimes we talk about crazy things that happen on airplanes. So Wendy Williams, not the famous one.
Not the one from the TV show.
Negative.
Not the You Go Girl. What is it?
Yeah, it sounds like that.
Something like that.
Sounds like that. too.
I don't watch that crap. But I know.
An American Airlines passenger was flying from New Orleans to Charlotte. Economy, of course.
You're on the cheap side.
That's when she decides to recline her seat. In a matter of seconds, a man sitting right behind her asks her not to recline her seat while he is eating.
He's like, hey, I'm eating, bitch. Put your seat up.
Cool. She puts her seat back up. Eventually, the man finishes eating, so he peacefully reclines her seat back again. That's when dude trips out, starts punching her seat over and over, freaking out. For real?
Sick ass fool.
What a fucking jerk. Why would you do that?
Here are some of her
we do
statements.
that.
When the flight attendant came, she rolled her eyes at me and said, "What?" She then told him it was tight back there and gave him rum. She told me I had to delete the video. It's against the law to video on a plane. I asked her name and she gave me a passenger disturbance notice. The airline has put out a basic statement saying they're looking into it. You can check out the video online. So by the time she gets her camera out and stops hitting it hard, but you can subtly see him do it.
So he repeatedly punched the seat, and then she calls the stewardess, flight attendant, and she shows up and reprimands her.
That's correct.
Instead of like checking the
victim.
guy.
She turned the tables on her.
Wow, that's pretty. So she probably has some kind of like free ticket or free trip coming.
You gotta have something coming her way, yeah.
Hey, this is Barefoot Boris, and you're listening to the Audio Missile Podcast. Stay tuned.
Well, we've been hearing about all kinds of challenges, right? The water
Ice
bucket,
bucket challenge.
yeah, ice
Ice
bucket
bucket.
challenge, and the condom challenge, and
The cinnamon challenge.
and the fart on your face challenge, and
The impossible.
they should have a get a job challenge.
They should.
Get a job
That'd be very beneficial.
But they don't have that yet. But
Well, there seems to be another trend going on right now, the broom challenge. And careful, it's not what you think.
do they
Or
sit
is
on it or what? Or do they fly around like a witch? Woo, look at me, I'm a witch.
No, what it is people are standing up their brooms like it has a kickstand, but it doesn't, and it just stands on gravity.
It's like the gravity, yeah.
So like breaking when Turbo dances with the
It's like sideways,
Yeah. And they said it was because NASA had said something about the Earth's magnetic poles.
Something like that.
But it's not.
So
nothing to
what
do
does
with
polling
that.
have to do with that?
Nothing. It's actually a hoax. You can actually stand up your broom any day
You think so? Yeah, because I tried it the other day and it still worked.
Well, you know what? Before I even heard this story, I went to my mom's house, and
what's the challenge though?
I don't know, but
you stand up the broom and stands up by itself.
Right.
So the challenge is to stand up. So
this is crooked though. Like
we have so little shit to do in this country that we're finding all these stupid things to do.
Dude,
the
we were
Tide Pod
flipping a
challenge
bottle
and this challenge
months
and that
ago.
challenge.
Yeah, remember the
We're
bottle
flipping a bottle months ago.
What about the read a book challenge?
Well, check it out. My 78-year-old mom, I went to her house and I went through her kitchen and there was nobody in the kitchen.
And there was a standing broom there?
And the broom was standing up on its own vertically.
So you live in a haunted house.
They left it.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a ghost.
I think that was more of a haunting.
I didn't ask the questions. I
challenge.
actually leaned the broom against the wall because it
made you uncomfortable.
One time I came home and I found a broom like that. I broke it instantly and threw it away.
It's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah, man.
See, but they're not those rounded brooms. They're those brooms that are flat.
Yeah, flat.
So that also has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, but the brooms would be like this, all fucking crooked.
I don't know.
Yeah, if it was those Mexican brooms with the curve that you buy at those
you wouldn't
Mexican
be able to get
groceries,
away with
you
that.
would not get. You're not gonna stand that anyway.
You can't do it like
Then that should be the challenge, trying to get one of those to stand, right?
Let me see that stand up.
Well, we'll see what other stupid challenge comes on in the future. We'll let you guys know. No se vayan. Regresamos en un momento con Audio Miso. Okay, we have another South story. What happened in the South?
So we have another story coming out of the deep South in Alabama about a lawmaker's bill that would force men over 50 to get vasectomies.
Oh, I know what that's
That's
about.
insane.
That's about this Congress lady. What's her name?
Her name is, let me get this right.
She, you know how they're always the Republicans are always trying to attack reproductive rights of women and all this other crap. And they don't want them to get birth control and all that.
It turns out she is Representative Rolanda Hollis.
Okay, Miss Hollis came up with an idea where, like, okay, so I can't get my birth control, then you don't need Viagra. You know, maybe God wants you to have limp dick.
hey, fuck it.
Yeah, you know, so she's applying the same logic that they're applying to women. So what happened?
So she's a representative from Birmingham. She filed a bill Thursday that would require Alabama men to get a vasectomy once they reach 50 years old or father of 3 children, whichever comes first.
So what about if I want to have 6 kids and I couldn't afford to have 6 kids?
What gives them that control to even think these
Well,
things?
there's also another catch to that. The legislation by her says that a man will have to pay for the vasectomy at his own expense. Will have to update you on what happens after they vote. I'm pretty sure they'll veto it.
Well, we'll find out.
How much does a vasectomy cost?
Like maybe what?
I don't know.
All you need is a knife, right?
Oh my god.
So it shouldn't be that much, right? It's not like they have to like actually.
There's nothing sharp touching.
Or they tie your little
my
knot.
organ.
They hold you. 2 doctors hold you down, and one kicks you in the nuts repeatedly until you can't have kids.
Might as well. Might as well.
Well, she said doing it. She said she's doing it in response to the abortion bills that they've passed in Alabama already, which try to control a woman's body. So it's only fair play that the government has control over a man's body and reproductive rights as well.
It's true, man.
Well, see, that first part shouldn't even have happened.
She's like the Rosa
The
Parks
girls got to stand up for stuff and ban that.
of reproductive rights.
Well, check it out. I actually have a friend.
They shouldn't have control of the female's body like that.
I actually have a friend who had a vasectomy, and the girl that he was dating, he had this vasectomy because he already had his 3rd child. So he called it quits with his ex-wife. Wow. But then he started dating another girl, and then the girl said that she was pregnant. But he had already had the vasectomy.
So she fucking Sancho. She had a side vato.
Did he get a test?
No, he didn't have to. He confronted her and told her, I had a vasectomy already.
Bitch, you know what? I can't have kids, so you're...
No, I thought he got her pregnant still. Like if the vasectomy wasn't.
Oh, you mean like the Bible story, like Jesus?
You know what the worst part of it
No,
was?
like an operation gone, a little, incision gone wrong.
She's like, I'm pregnant,
Incision
but
gone wrong.
it's from the Holy Spirit.
He didn't shoot blanks.
The worst part of it was that this all happened. He was my roommate. It happened in my bed.
Good thing they sell sheets.
Hey, remember to smash up the likes and hit the subscribe button below. You are now listening to the Audio Missile Podcast.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about a new story.
A feel-good story.
A feel-good story.
Yeah.
Okay. About a kid.
It turns out a 5-year-old boy saved his sister and a dog from a fire.
All right.
A 5-year-old boy from Georgia is being hailed as a hero after he saved his family when the house caught fire.
Noah Woods, 5-year-old.
Fire officials said Noah Woods woke up to discover his bedroom was on fire. The only way to escape was a window, and Noah managed to get himself, his 2-year-old sister, and the family dog out of the burning building.
Damn.
Then he ran next door and woke up his uncle to alert the rest of the family.
Damn.
Little
He was all
Noah
like,
is a true hero.
There's a fire over here. And then he's like, okay. They went over there to help.
Very brave little warrior.
Little Noah received some minor burns to his arms and his hands, and of course, singed hair. His 2-year-old sister received some burns to her feet. The home was completely engulfed and destroyed by the fire.
Wow.
Those are marks
this
of
little
honor.
boy was a
And-
lifesaver.
Those are marks of honor.
And the Bartow County Fire Department was so impressed with this little 5-year-old because he was able to get up. Because when I was 5-year-old, I
Yeah.
wasn't even thinking about that,
Yeah,
right?
fuck
For him to get up and save his sister and the dog,
Yeah,
and then go
and wake
inform
everybody
the
up.
uncle next door and then get everybody out of there. He saved 9 lives.
Yeah,
So
he provided a firefighting service at
So-
the age of 5.
Yeah, so the Bartow County Fire Department recognized Noah as an honorary Bartow County firefighter.
Let's go.
Here, Noah.
Job
Here,
should be
Noah.
promised to him. They should have a, they should have
So
a
I
name.
think he might be a firefighter in the future.
He should
right?
be. He
He
should have a
started
spot,
off
right?
already.
He tells
He should
kids,
have a
when I was
spot.
5 years old, I saved my whole family.
You too?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I was gonna
That's
say,
what he-
damn,
yeah,
Boris,
he's-
you too?
He's gonna be known for that.
Well, he already has an acclaim to his resume.
Well, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, okay. Well, let's shout out to
Congratulations,
Noah
man.
Woods. Thank you, Noah, for saving your family. You're a great little kid.
Keep
You're
it up.
an awesome 5-year-old.
Keep it up.
Hey, remember to smash up the likes and hit the subscribe button below. You are now listening to the Audio Missile Podcast.
All right. Everybody loves a teacher. There's a teacher out there that's your favorite, that everybody remembers, right? When I was in junior high, there was this teacher. His name was, I'm not going to even say his name because he might try to sue me or something.
absolutely. Yeah.
But he was a science teacher, and I used to go to LeConte Junior High School in Hollywood. Shout out to LeConte Junior High. And this teacher was super cool. He was a science teacher, and like he really made you want to learn. He was funny, stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
He was actually a teacher, yeah.
Yeah, he was
Good
great.
guy.
What happened was, many years later, I was home watching the news, and I heard that he got arrested for molesting kids. You know.
Oh.
Yeah, he used to take trips with these kids like to the pyramids, up to Guatemala, and he would take off with like a VW bus with a couple of kids, and I would be like, that can't be right. But
A personal
Wow.
trip, huh? Very
he made me feel
personal.
ugly because he never hit on me, Like I was like,
know
what's
what?
wrong with me?
This is not a joking matter. This is not
Well, so I feel bad for those
no,
kids,
absolutely. It's just damn, because
but it's
you were
that's
there.
a true story. True story.
You made contact with
Yeah,
him.
but he was a great teacher, though.
Absolutely.
I mean, he had a craving for young Filipino kids, but
Oh,
besides that, he was a great teacher. He actually taught very well. But speaking of great teachers,
So let me pose a question to you. Could you teach computer class without a computer?
wow,
that's
that's
a tough
pretty.
one.
It would be difficult, but I think it could be done, right? Because someone did it.
Pretty
Definitely,
contradictory.
definitely.
Tell us about it.
Tough job.
Mr. Well, I don't want to mispronounce his name. So, Mr. Owara Kwadwo Hodesh, 33, an information and communications technology teacher in Ghana. It's his only option. At the middle school where he works, there are no computers. So, using colored chalk, he painstakingly draws a version of the computer screen onto the blackboard.
Okay, so he draws the computer on the chalkboard.
Okay.
And
so
then he
obviously
teaches.
it's almost like a third world country.
He's a great teacher. He's in Ghana,
they're
in
looking-
Africa.
I
So
think
he's
they're
giving
looking
these
it up.
kids
and
a
he's
chance.
doing his job. He's in information communication.
Yes, and he's also graduated with an art degree.
Yeah.
So that helps him.
He's letting them know,
It'd
the
probably
information,
It'd probably be easier with the whiteboard.
how
with the marker.
communication is
He's doing it
going
with
on,
chalk.
how communication is going
That's
on.
all he got.
Yeah, yeah.
Chalk.
You gotta use what
That
you
would
got.
be
And it is-
easier at least. Like
Yeah, it's computers.
The
are
point is
everything
that
right
he's
now.
not letting lack of computers stop his kids from learning.
Computers
He's
are
teaching them on the
existing,
blackboard,
and they're
he-
every day for modern countries, and it looks like they're in a third world country.
And whenever these kids get a real computer, they're gonna know how to use the format.
Microsoft, yeah,
at least
absolutely.
something.
And what else? What happened?
In mid-February, he started a Facebook post showing photos of himself teaching Microsoft Word using this method. His story went viral, making international headlines around the world.
So he puts
Wow,
his
so
so he puts his
I'm
picture
glad
on
it did.
Facebook, and then the picture goes viral. I mean, I got it from Eddie Griffin. Like he
Wow.
put it on his Instagram.
Yeah.
So it got around. Millions of people went viral. Like
It's
you
a
say.
jaw-dropping thing.
The
when you
images
see it.
are- the
And-
images
and then
are
when you hear it's
amazing.
true,
The
and
commitment of a
detail in the
teacher.
images, yeah,
Because teachers are concerned with money and this and,
and the
that.
lack of pay and benefits. He has none of
This
that.
teacher's in Africa, damn it, in Ghana, with no computers.
Well, he
no
maybe
nothing.
has pay, but the
And
And he
benefits are
didn't
for
let that
sure not
hinder
there.
his ability to teach these kids.
Not
Yeah.
only that, but Ghana might be considered a third world country, but they have some of the highest educated people on the planet.
They look very
Well,
disciplined.
with
They
committed
look
teachers
very
like this, I could
disciplined.
see how.
The discipline is there. The discipline.
So
is there.
anyway, teachers, this is a great teacher. You should guys
Something to learn from.
look up to this guy because he didn't let lack of computers stop him from teaching his kids computers.
Yep.
Shout out to those good teachers.
Shout out to that teacher.
No se vayan. Regresamos en un momento con Audio Miso. You guys like Valentine's Day?
Of course.
It was cool.
Why don't you like Valentine's Day, Dago?
'Cause
You got
it
hurt
hurts.
on that day or what?
No, I'm talking more of a historical.
Look, true
What?
story.
What?
Its origin, but no.
What's the origin?
Continue.
Well, I remember one Valentine's Day, my girlfriend cheated on me on that day.
That's,
that's-
bad.
She spent the afternoon with me, and then she's like, I gotta go. And then later on, I busted that bitch on Hollywood Boulevard
what?
cruising with some other dudes. I was like, what the fuck? We broke up. You know
Of
what I mean? So
course.
Valentine's Day is
That
all
is
about
horrible.
love and Cupid. Yeah, you know. But have you ever forgotten to get your girlfriend a Valentine's Day gift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
somebody out there must have done that and got divorced or some shit because he created a new business. What is it? What is it, Manny?
So it turns out this floral service that will send late Valentine's flowers and even add a note pretending like they made a mistake just to get you out of the doghouse.
Okay, so this company, this guy made a company that they'll send your girlfriend. If you fuck up, you can send her flowers on the 15th. And they'll take the heat for you. They'll say, we screwed up. It was our mistake. And help you out. But
Genius.
yeah, that's a great idea.
So the concept is called the Pine and Ginger Floral Company. Very clever.
yeah.
Even the name is friendly.
Yeah.
It's like,
It
it should be
sounds
called,
warming
it should
and
be
she-
called,
and
we'll
she-
bail you out, flowers.
Hi, we're from the Pine and Ginger, and we're here for some.
Yeah.
And just she's gonna be, you know.
Yeah, but he's
Warm.
probably charging you like triple or quadruple what they
Well,
normally
if she's
charge.
worth it, she's worth it.
So on another note, with the same topic, Valentine's Day, a contest-winning couple was treated to a Valentine's Day dinner in New York's Grand Central Terminal, which was cleared out for their romantic date.
For them two only.
They were selected out of a raffle of over 16,000 people.
Damn.
Their date took place from 2:30 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. in the historic New York Grand Central Station. They even had a piano player serenading them as their meal and their wine was being served.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
All fancy, huh?
Who paid for all that crap?
I guess it's taxpayers.
I don't think so. It must have been a private
my
company that
God.
did
For
that.
sure, for sure.
Something.
Yeah, or it must have been some politician. They won the date for him and his wife.
Maybe it was Bloomberg.
Bloomberg and his wife. Bloomberg is like, he he uses Viagra. That guy, he can't be president.
Wow.
I think that guy could pay for the whole city to go to dinner there.
Yeah, he could have a bunch of piano players. He by himself could support all the piano players in the country.
To buy all the Viagra in the country.
Everybody that needs it.
So much for single payer, right?
But that's actually. But anyway, going back to the flower guy, that's a great fucking idea.
Brilliant.
That's a good company. The guy's obviously successful.
Of course, you could charge double, triple, and you're bailing people out. You're doing a service.
You
Yeah,
can even
and
branch out
it's-
to
We have to
anniversaries.
say we're not sponsored.
And if we're
Something like
burning
that?
out the
We're not
company, we're
sponsored?
Yeah,
sorry.
we like this. Yeah, we don't have a sponsor yet, but maybe you could do this fuck up flower thing. I can hear it now. You forgot to get your girl a Valentine's Day gift? Don't worry, we got your back. Got your back flowers.
Got your back down. Hey, we fucked up.
Call us and
FedEx,
we're there.
FedEx was late.
And they take the heat for you.
Call
You
us
can
and
tell
we're
your wife,
there.
look, see, I told you I got your flowers.
Yeah, it's,
So they take the heat for you. That's clever. That's great. Well, we wish them success, but they can only do it once a year. Or can they do it for birthdays and for everything else?
There you go,
for
anniversaries.
Anniversaries.
But there's like no limit
Well, it
to
depends
how
how
much
gullible
wedding-
your wife
like
is.
weddings,
Yeah.
like, oh, I fucked up my homie's wedding. I forgot about
Oh,
that.
sorry
shit.
about the gifts. We screwed it up.
Yeah, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, well, they're genius. That's a great
It's
idea.
supporting events.
Well, good luck with that idea, and we'll keep you guys posted.
Hey, this is Barefoot Boris, and you're listening to the Audio Missile Podcast. Stay tuned.
I went to my family's house for dinner, right? They told me dinner was going to be at 6, and they starved me. Okay? I didn't eat shit all day because I wanted to grub down on some good turkey.
Absolutely.
And, right? So
Absolutely.
when I got over there,
yes.
I was like, hey, I'm hungry. They're like, hold on. An hour went by, and I'm like, hey, I'm starving. Can
What
I
are you
get some
waiting
food? Wait, hold on. Then like 2 hours went by, and I was like, my stomach was
your
like,
stomach was
I'm like,
cramping.
damn, man, are you guys gonna eat or what? And I kept on looking at all the food was cooked. And I was looking at it.
So it was just resting.
Some pastors showed up and started yelling some crazy shit.
What do you mean?
This is your family.
I walked in. They became Christian. I didn't know. I walked into a Christian Thanksgiving. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but moral of the story is, if you're hungry, if you're gonna go to a Thanksgiving dinner with Christians,
make sure it's after.
Eat before you get there, because they're gonna hold that meal hostage till you hear all the Christian shit they have to say. You know what I mean?
It's a grace sermon.
So what's going on?
So it turns out a Virginia father came home on Valentine's Day to find his wife and 6-year-old son dead.
Wait. The moral of the story was, I felt like killing my family.
Wait a minute. That's not funny. Come on.
No. I was hungry as hell. I had to go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac value meal. But that leads into this story. I felt like killing my family, but you don't act. Everybody feels like killing their family. That's normal family. But this guy took it serious. What happened?
Again, a Virginia father came home on Valentine's Day to find his wife and 6-year-old son dead, and was then shot by his teen son.
So the son shot him.
He took out the mom and the 6-year-old brother.
Police are now engaging in an intense search for the 17-year-old Levi Norwood in connection to the killings at the family home.
He took off with their car too, so they're looking for him right now.
So he killed his brother and his mother.
He's on the lam right now.
So he killed his brother and his mother.
He
waited for his father to get home and then shot at his dad.
Oh, he might have got there when he had just shot them. Before he got a chance to escape.
But that's crazy, because he was hiding. Damn, that's crazy.
So this all occurred in Midland area of, now this is kind of I've never pronounced this city name ever. Fauquier, or
for sure. It's probably some French name. Where is it? What state is this?
Fauquier.
It's in Midland County, about 53 miles southwest of Washington, D.C.
I was going for Florida, but I was way off.
So the teen is considered to be armed and dangerous. The father, Joshua Norwood, 37, discovered.
Really? He just killed his mom and his brother.
What's he gonna do? Kill anybody?
What's he gonna do to strangers?
So it turns out the father, Joshua Norwood, 37, discovered the bodies of his wife, Jen, 34, and son, Wyatt, 6, on Friday evening at around 6 p.m. He told responding officers to the shooting that his teen son injured him after firing several shots at him as well.
Oh, so he got hit too.
Wow.
He is now in stable condition. He's recovering from his shotgun wounds or gunshot wounds. Now there's a giant police manhunt underway to find him. Some crazy teen with purple hair.
Wow.
That's the description that they're
looking
for.
So you just have to do is dye his hair a different color. They're not gonna find him.
Maybe.
Wow, that's insane. So
you know what? That's crazy.
That's like the marijuana kid that killed his mom for weed, right?
For the weed, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There's a story about it.
Oh my god.
You gotta look into our prior podcast to hear that
Podcast
story.
history, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that podcast.
No se vayan. Regresamos en un momento con Audio Miso. Are you guys animal lovers?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your favorite animal?
I would have to say a horse.
Dogs.
Dogs?
Dogs are great. I have 2 of them, and I love my dogs.
Peluchin boy.
But there's people out there who have something with animals. They just don't like animals. They abuse dogs, abuse cats. They get this thrill of hurting these animals. They can't defend themselves.
Yeah, I think
those people should be brought to court and properly charged.
I think those people turn out to be serial killers.
Absolutely, those are absolutely symptoms if it's at an early age.
Well, what happened in Florida, Manny?
It turns out 2 dolphins were found shot and stabbed within a week off the Florida coast, and authorities are now looking for whoever is responsible.
Just shot and stabbed, that's it? Just boom.
Yeah. So they were found shot and stabbed in Florida, and they're offering a $20,000 reward for answers to find out what happened.
Okay, so
it's a week apart though. They didn't find them at the same time. Like they found one.
So he killed one, and he was like, "I'm gonna go back and kill another one."
So how do you pull out a dolphin from the ocean and shoot it? Or do you buy a dolphin and then shoot it and lay it there?
Person.
They were found. So he shot the dolphin. That's then he went over there and stabbed it too. So it shouldn't have wasn't enough.
How does that dolphin get close enough? How does that even?
He shot it first. Bro. Then he went in there into the water.
So this guy went into the water, got close to the dolphin, shot it, pulled it out, and
they can't.
That's insane.
They can't retrace the bullet somehow. Probably not. Huh?
And then they're a week apart.
This is Florida. They have a lot of loose gun laws where everybody can.
Beautiful.
They have like that stand your ground laws.
I don't think he went into the water with the dolphin. I think he shot him off a boat.
Shot him off the boat.
But then
shot into the water, like boom, boom. Picked it up, put it on the boat, and stabbed it to feel good, like
That's insane.
Maybe.
They probably don't know what kind of weapon used as far
They're-
as.
See, if it's a
stabbing.
boat, then it would
Or
be
it could've been
fisherman related. You
harpoon,
make
maybe
money.
it's not even a
You
stab.
would
gaff,
sell
they
that. I
use the
mean,
gaff.
you would do
Yeah.
a legal sell of that fish.
Or maybe a dolphin killed his mother.
There he is.
What?
You're turning this into a revenge story?
What about some mermaid
revenge
action?
story.
Some mermaid action.
No one knows what's happening until they catches this guy. So hopefully they
That's
catch this
sad.
wacko before he hurts any more
In
animals.
any case, this guy's a horrible person.
Well, these are just dolphins. What about they could be
Cats,
dogs
dogs.
and cats?
They gotta
and all
set
kinds
up
of other
surveillance.
animals.
They gotta set up
They
surveillance.
could find
Alligators,
a couple
you
of
can
squirrels,
catch
a couple of stabbed squirrels here and there.
A couple, dead birds.
No one knows what's happening outside. This is
A couple
because
dead ants.
dolphins are smart and people love dolphins, so this is why this story got out. But they could be finding a ton of dead dogs all over Florida. And no one knows what's going on.
Maybe he's gearing up to start killing people.
I know,
he's
man.
ready for
You
the
know what? We
humans,
gotta
that-
defend
Because
the
the dolphins
animals.
are already kind of like they're water humans.
Well, whoever
Dolphins
they need
are
to
pretty
get somebody out
conscious.
there and figure this out. But anyway, we'll keep you guys posted on what happens.
Hey, this is Barefoot Boris, and you're listening to the Audio Missile Podcast. Stay tuned.